Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Anton, and today's episode is brought to you by Tess, who is bringing Loreen onto the channel, who I've never even heard of. And this is her song, Euphoria. So sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. We're gonna get a... phenomenal instrumental so far. Wow, it's like a movie soundtrack. Now we'll see how I feel about the voice. That'll be the finishing touch.
Why can't this moment last forever? Tonight,
I like the electronic influence. Okay, this is a masterpiece, like, so far, man. Wow. So many layers. This definitely gets my electronic side going. I love the video too. I do love electronic music. She has a perfect voice for electronic, eh? For EDM. I love that note right there. Oh, such a cool video, man. Oh, I love that note. And then it's playing that, yeah. Wow. I really want to hear her live, cause like, so I love this. Like, you know, that's actually the thing is, I don't ever listen to electronic dance music, but I actually always love it. Like straight up, like every time it's played, I love danceable music, right? It's one reason why I love like disco too. In the 80s, like disco was that 70s or 80s? I think it was late 70s and it crossed over into the 80s, right? Like I love disco every time I hear it. I love 90s, like I love Europop, you know what I mean? Like I love Spanish music, right? And then I love EDM. Like, especially, I think this is more house, because what I've noticed, because again, I don't know anything about EDM, but whenever I ask people, like, oh, I like this song, what is this? What genre? Because there's a lot of genres within EDM, right? And what I notice happens the most is that people say it's house. So I think I like house music, because from what I gather, in all of the genres of EDM, house is like the most melodic, upbeat, and melodic. And what's cool about house is like, from what I've gathered about the genre, is there's a lot of emotion, but it's also like upbeat. It's again very upbeat. It's very melodic, but it a lot of time has a lot of emotion. A lot of the electronic dance music I like, and this was fantastic. And this is what I consider great dance music. Like, again, fantastic instrumental, because like you have that like just pulsating, effective rhythm, and then you also have that organic instrumentation, like the violins and the symphonic elements. Like, I think some of these musicians are fantastic, and what I'd love to see them do is, like, I feel like they do this whole 4-minute song so well, because this song does have some nice ebbs and flows and changes. I don't think it ever fundamentally changes, like in the bridge, like, sometimes what I like. But what I'd actually love to see is, I'd love to see someone like, I don't know, Calvin Harris or Avicii, even though he died, because he was extremely talented too. But I would love to see like them write like an 8-minute, almost like a electronic version of Mozart. Like, we were just talking about Mozart in our last reaction to Roxette. And, one thing is, I love evolving songs, right? That take you on a journey. And what I love to see, because I think these guys are that's actually it. I think a lot of electronic dance music DJs are fantastic producers, because that's kind of what they are, right? They're producers, and they're also writers, but they're great producers. And I'd love, because essentially, like, they're kind of doing what Mozart did when they're creating a symphony in an orchestra. Like, a lot of musicians, like, the guitar player plays guitar, and then the drummer plays drums. And what's interesting is that Mozart, Bach, Beethoven, and even like a lot of DJs and stuff, they're kind of programming essentially an electronic symphony. They're programming this electronic thing in a very similar way to, in my head, how I perceive, classical composers doing things. Now, obviously, there's going to be some people who are like, Anton, you're crazy. You can't compare EDM to Mozart. And I get what you're saying, but for the sake of the argument, just look at it from that perspective. Like, it would be very cool if like a DJ created like an 8 to 10 minute kind of evolving song, because I think they could definitely do that. Because again, I think that even a song like this, One Mind, and this might Loreen, so she's the artist. Never mind. Actually, this actually isn't like Calvin Harris or Avicii. This is actually an artist. So the instrumental is probably designed by a producer. So really, I'm giving a lot of the praise of my thinking to the producer, whoever produced this song, unless Loreen actually wrote it herself, like all of the parts. Chances are she didn't, because most pop artists don't write their own instrumentals, but that'd be very cool if she did. But she does have a great voice. I really love her tone. And I do notice, again, with a lot of house artists and the singers they use, I usually like the tone of a lot of the female vocalists. They have they're not too high and not too low. They have a really nice mid-tone, I find. But yeah, I would love to check out more electronic dance music that goes in more progressive areas. You know what I mean? I think that could be very exciting, because this song, again, the instrumental of this, I found very exciting. I really enjoyed this. But let's jump in the lyrics of this one now. All right, we're back with Loreen, Euphoria. Now, in the intermission, we were just talking briefly, and I was saying that I like I said again, I want to hear this song live, because I feel Loreen has a very strong voice, but I could tell there's a lot of cutting in the vocals. There's a lot of auto-tune, or at least there's definitely auto-tune, but there's definitely a lot of vocal effects on the voice. And I think because she does seem to have a strong voice, I want to hear what she sounds like live. I want to hear just her voice, because there was one artist I came across, someone sent it to me, Ella Henderson, I think. Someone showed me one of her songs, and she just has like a phenomenal voice, and they showed me one of her songs live or whatever. And I was pretty blown away. I can't tell you what it was. I forget what it was. They just showed me it, but blew me away. So some of these artists just have just insanely powerful voices, just incredible. And so anyone that says like, oh, it's electronic, there's a lot of autotune, it's like true, but that isn't to say that they don't have stellar voices when they're live too. But yeah, Why Can't This Moment? Also, what did she say here? Is the third single from Loreen's debut studio album, Heal. The song was written by Thomas Gisson. Okay, so Thomas Gisson. And actually, I'm very curious. So this was written by Thomas Gisson and Peter Bustrom. Okay, and there's no other production credits. So Peter. Yeah, Why Can't This Moment Last Forevermore? Tonight, eternity's an open door. No, don't ever stop doing the things you do. Don't go, and every breath I take, I'm breathing you. Euphoria, forever till the end of time. From now on, only you and I were going up. Euphoria, an everlasting piece of art. A beating love within my heart. We're going up. I do like the lyrics to a lot of EDM and house stuff too. I do find it is very much about love. That's interesting. All of the lyrics I've heard from EDM, most of them are about the euphoria of love, actually. Now that I think about it, they're usually not about heartbreak as much. The ones I've heard, at least, a lot of them are about like the elation of love, which makes sense because the whole musical soundscape is all about elation. It's dancing, it's danceable, it's upbeat, it's catchy, it's super catchy, right? So it's like it's interesting that, yeah, they do kind of blend the lyrical and the instrumental very well. We are here, we're all alone in our own universe. We are free where everything's allowed and love comes first. Forever and ever together we sail into infinity. We're higher and higher and higher, we're reaching for divinity. Yeah, I really like those lyrics. They're actually very poetic. They have strong imagery. Like that very much elicits a feeling in me of like certain kind of relationships I've had in the past that just, when you feel completely like the world doesn't exist, you know? Like it is a very beautiful feeling. Forever we sail into infinity. We're higher. We're reaching for divinity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was Loreen, Euphoria. Overall, loved this one. Incredibly catchy. Just everything about it I really loved. And I definitely am keen to hear more Loreen, and I want to hear Loreen live. That's the thing. So I might actually end up doing that in my own time. I might check this out live and see if she did it, because I'm very curious to see what she sounds like live. Because that'd be very cool. Because yes, this stuff live sometimes goes off. Like some of these people put on incredible live performances. But what are your favorite songs by Loreen? Let me know down below. And that's it. So I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.